tried to be clever and pre-film this in August. I'm refilming it. Hey folks, it's Abby and today I'm going through my October TBR. Oh, it's heavy. Okay. I want to... Oh god. Oh no. Okay. They've just all fallen over. Great. Thank you so much. So I want to start off by mentioning two things that I'm not going to be reading in October. And that is because War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy, me and Olivia have finished. And also Labyrinth by Kate Moss, I finished in September. Those are the books that I had been continuously reading a part of each day to get through them, and they're done now, so they're no longer on the TBR. Check out other videos to see thoughts. Very happy. So then on a related note, I was then like, right, okay, I'll pick up something else. So Fall of Giants by Ken Follett is now what I'm reading through, a chapter or two each day. It seems to work for me, so enjoying that. So you'll see some more progress on that in the future. And then a little fun one for me to read this month is Bazaar of Bad Dreams by Stephen King. This is a collection of short stories. I bought this in 2019 and I still haven't read it, and October seems the perfect month, so why not? And then the reason that I have to refilm this is because I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do things on my own. No. So along with Ali and Lizzie, I'm going to be taking part in the Chaos Book Club. Is that what it is? No, Chaos Crew Book Club. Okay. And so we are going to be reading Vampires Never Get Old Anthology by a lot of different people. We're going to read that. I'm going to read an e-copy, which is why this is up here like that. So this is book one in why I had to refilm this, but then the main reason that I've had to refilm this is that I'm actually on Team Demon for Gothtober. So Gothtober is in its second year this time, and it is hosted by Hannah from Ladder M. As you know, I read the Skullduggery Pleasant books with her each and every month as part of the Dead Famous read-along with some other fantastic people as well. And co-hosting this Gothtober with Hannah is Olivia for the Angels team, and Tish for the Demons team, which is my team. So I've been added onto their team. We're going to have a lot of fun, and therefore, seeing as I'm on the team, I kind of have to read the books. And I kind of have to go along with the prompts. So I've taken the TBR that I'd already filmed, and I've put it as much as I can into the prompts. I will say as well that I did my TBR jar in my first filming of this, so I'm going to insert the footage of that here. So I'm actually filming this at the end of August, at the same point in time that I filmed my September TBR. So we shall see whether this is of any use or if I just have to refilm it. However, if I push you down here, can you see? Can you see? Yes, you can. This is the TBR jar. Because we're moving, I had to pack away the jar that it lived in with the other glasses in the set that it belongs with. So now they just live loose. So, let us... So, I did this last time as well. I only just picked the other one in 27 years. None of them feel right. Okay. I got Warcross by... Ooh. Didn't put the camera up again. Warcross by Marie Lu. Let me go grab that. Okay, so I recently read Prodigy by Marie Lu, and I really enjoyed that. The second book in the Legend series. This was gifted to me by Abby McMahon, and yeah, I guess I'm reading this. It's a teenage hacker who makes a living hacking stuff within this online digital world, and then the person who creates the world's like, I want to hire you to do things. And it goes from there. And so I then ended up with, as you saw, Warcross by Marie Lu, so I've done my best to put this into the prompts as well. So for the first prompt, it is to read a LGBTQIA+ book, and that is going to be Vampires Never Get Old. Squeezing that one in right away. Prompt 2 is to read a book by a BAME author, or including BAME characters. For those not in the UK, BAME is our version of BIPOC. So in the US they have Black, Indigenous people of colour, but in the UK, of course, we don't have Indigenous peoples that are minorities because we are the Indigenous people. So BAME is actually our acronym, Black, Asian and Ethnic Minorities. So basically anyone not white. To read a book, In the BAME category, I'm going with Warcross by Marie Lu, squeezing this one in nice and early too. If you don't know, Marie Lu is Asian American. I've actually seen some people online laughing about how can European countries have BIPOC people, and it's like, we don't, we have BAME. Next up is to read a book with disability representation, and I'm sure I have some on my physical shelves, but not that is explicit and mentions it kind of prior to reading. And I didn't want to reread any books for this month, so I had to go on the hunt. And I found How to Live Safely in a Science Fiction Universe, and I'm going to be reading this one. It's nice and short, which is always a perk with readathons. It's about 150, 180 pages, and it sounds really interesting and I want to read more sci-fi, so this should be really good. The next prompt is to read a book with mythology as a key theme, with bonus points for avoiding Greek mythology, and I'm going to be reading A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. This has African mythology within it, so I think that it counts. Then we have classics, which is to read a book with a reference to a classic in it, whether that is with a kind of link in the title or in the story, but I actually already had this book on my TBR, so it fit in perfectly, and that is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by R.L. Stevenson, an actual classic. Then we have a book which includes a murder, and most of the books that I read could fall in for this category, but The Devil and the Dark Water by Stuart Turton is a mystery about death, so I felt it fit. Then we have a book with the found family trope or theme, and this is where I've managed to fit in my Skullduggery Pleasant read for the month. So this month we are reading The Dying of the Light for the Dead Famous read-along. This is book 9 in the series, not including the light novellas and the short stories, and I'm excited to read it. And this definitely has found family, like, fight me, this is 100% found family. The next prompt is books with omens as a key theme or on the cover. I'm going with Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. This, to me, looks like a raven. I don't know if it is, I'll find out hopefully when I read it, but ravens are omens of death, so I was tempted to use this as the mythology one, but it worked better for omens. The next prompt is to read a dark romance. I have nothing for that, so I'm just not doing it. I have nothing. And then the last prompt is to watch something on screen, so film, TV, which is demon based, and so basically I'm probably just going to go watch an old Doctor Who episode. Because why not? And then I have one final book on my TBR that I couldn't fit into the prompts, and that is because Chronicon Publishing sent me the third book of the Four Treasures novels prior to its release, which is The Storm of Light. I'm so excited for this. This is by Caroline Logan, and it comes out on the 7th of October. Thank you so much to Chronicon Publishing for sending me this as an early copy. I'm really excited to read it, and as far as I've seen online, I am the only not Scottish person to get this, so thank you. I'm half Scottish. I'm so excited to read this. You will see more about this in the future. This series is fantastic. I'm moving house and moving jobs in October. So I'm moving to a different county, moving from Newcastle to York, and I'm moving from a call centre to a actual 9-to-5 job. Both of which are going to be big transitions, especially because the new 9-to-5 job is still in Newcastle, so I have to commute to Newcastle. And yet I did this for the TBR, so pray for me. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see some more from me in the month of October and see how I actually manage with my gothtober reads, then please do hit like and subscribe down below, and let me know the main book that you want to read in October. Prior to being sent this, this is of course going to be the main read that I really want to get to. Prior to being sent that, I think that the book I was most excited for was Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. So these are my excited ones. I've got Scottish mythology and indigenous to the North America's mythology. Very excited. Thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! I've now got to put these back.